All righty. Yeah, it's 6:30. Let's call this meeting to order. And if you'll all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to start by doing the roll call, if I could, please. Mrs. Ave,
Here.
Mrs. Hill,
Here.
Dr. Hawkins,
Here.
Mr. West,
Here.
and the chair is present. So I would like to have a motion for recommendation to approve the agenda.
So move.
Second.
And do we have any discussion? If not, I'll do another roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Here. Yay. Here.
yay. Mrs. Hill,
Yay.
Dr. Hawkins,
Yay.
Mr. West,
Yay.
and the chair is yay. Next, on our regular comments from citizens, Jenny is taking notes if she has comments, and those will appear to each of us. Is that correct, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. If we do get the comments, then we'll go from there. Next, I need a motion for the consent agenda, a motion to approve the minutes of the annual Board of Finance meeting and the regular session meeting on January 18th, 2021, and the executive session meeting on January 28th, 2021. Do I have a motion?
So move. I'll second.
And a second? Kelly, was that Kelly?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll have another roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Yay.
Mrs. Hill,
Yay.
Dr. Hawkins, was that a yay for Dr. Hawkins?
You're muted.
And Mr. West?
Yay.
And the chair is a yay. Next on the agenda, we have the finance vouchers, number 102626 to 102766. Do we have any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move we approve finance vouchers 102626 through 102766.
Second that motion.
And those in favor, say aye with a roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Yay.
Mrs. Hill,
Yay.
Dr. Hawkins,
Yay.
Mr. West,
Yay.
and the chair is a yay. Next on the agenda is our personnel, and Mr. Chapman, please.
Members of the board, the February personnel report is presented for your approval this evening. We have a couple of leaves of absence. Maria Sellers, South Vermillion Middle School, from April 7th for up to 6 weeks. We have Kathy Clover, who is resigning as an instructional assistant effective February 11th. We also have recommendations: Kelly Mullins, Central Elementary voluntary transfer from the temporary Title I aide position to the full-time position. We have William Wright, 6.5-hour a day instructional assistant in the special education department, the high school. And Amy Harney, South Vermillion Middle School cook, increase in hours from 3 to 4.5 per day. Also under extracurriculars, you have Rod Clark, who is resigning from boys golf, and Walker Smith, who will be replacing him at the high school. And also under classified or lay staff, we have termination of Harry Marshall and Keontre Wilkie from the boys basketball program for cause. We ask your approval of the personnel report this evening.
So move.
Is there any discussion? Do I have a motion from Bonnie?
Yes.
Second.
Those in favor will signify by saying aye with a roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Next on the agenda is the recommendation to approve the board policy, volume 22, number 2, and volume 23, number 2. Mr. Chapman.
Members of the board, last month you received the updates, excuse me, as presented with no further discussion. These updates represent modifications in keeping up with current laws, statutes, as well as technical changes. We ask for your approval this evening on the board policy updates.
Do I have a motion?
I made a motion, Ginger.
Bruce? Or that was
Do we have
Dr.
a mo-
Hawkins?
That's Dr. Hawkins.
I'll make a motion or a second.
Dr. Hawkins? Okay, Dr. Hawkins has the motion and Bruce has the second. Those in favor signify by saying aye with the roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mrs. West, I'm Mr. West, sorry.
Go get Vicky.
Aye.
Go get Vicky. And the chair is an aye.
Be careful, she'll want paid.
Next on the next on the agenda is recommendation to approve elementary transfer requests. Dr.
Whoops.
I'm going to make you a doctor yet, Mr.
Ginger,
Chapman.
I think you jumped
Mr. Chapman.
jumped ahead a little bit. Should be recommendation to approve the academic calendar. Item B.
Okay, I think I'm missing that one.
Is anybody else missing that one?
I got it.
Okay.
Me too. So it's just at the bottom of that second page, Ginger, the agenda.
Okay, I'm missing it for some reason. Probably when when it was printed off. So it is for the calendar, to approve the calendar.
Yes, item B
correct?
is recommendation to approve the 21-22 calendar.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
Okay.
Carefully.
Just a point of clarification on the approval. If you recall last month when we brought this to the first reading, there was some questions, concerns brought up after that, with not only with a couple questions by board members, but also by some other folks. And so the proposal has been tweaked a little bit. We forgot to put in the parent-teacher conference e-learning day, which is the first Wednesday in October. So on your what you have in the packet is up to date. Also, we reinstituted the two snow makeup days prior to spring break. We still will have school ending prior to Memorial Day weekend with graduation that Saturday. So everything still works out. And in fact, our instructional days are even more concise, more consistent, with 87 days in the fall and 93 in the spring.
Do I have a motion for that recommendation for the calendar?
I think you already have that, right, with Bruce? As
Bruce,
Was that Bruce?
Bruce made the motion, Bonnie second.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did find it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye with a roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Unmute there.
Aye.
aye. Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Next, we have the recommendation to reinstate secretary position at South Vermillion High School, Mr. Chapman.
Members of the board, after a number of discussions and a review of the current staffing situation at South Vermillion High School, I would like to recommend reinstating the secretarial position at the high school that was eliminated previously, so that the current staff may be reassigned to positions of need. As expressed by Principal Mr. Schimmel, there has been a great need to hire educational assistants in the special needs department with little to no interest being given. And this has created a problem in the special education department. And with this reinstatement, we can realign our secretarial staff and put instructional aid into a special needs classroom where the need is critical. The recommendation will be helped to alleviate the issue and thereby creating a little bit better staffing situation for the high school. And we ask your approval to reinstate that position this evening.
What's that going to cost us?
Do I have a
Well,
motion?
actually, it's because we've been short 3 instructional aides for pretty much the entirety of the school year. It's really a moot point right now because we don't have, we haven't been having to pay those 3 assistants. So it's kind of a wash with what we would typically have if we had those positions in place.
So we're reassigning someone on staff to take the special education.
That is the plan. Yep.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, are you ready for the question? Those in favor signify by saying aye. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Next on the agenda is a recommendation to authorize the superintendent and business manager to sign agreements for alternative services and private residential school placements effective March 1st, 2021 to February 28th, 2022. Mr. Chapman.
Members of the board, this is an annual request at this time of the year to allow for the smooth transition of students necessary for alternative and private residential placements. We have a couple of students who are in that category at this time, and we appreciate the work that we have in conjunction with Covered Bridge and all the other services that are involved in the process. We ask your approval this evening.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Bruce and a second by Bonnie or Mrs. Ave. Is there any other discussion? If there's no other discussion, please signify you're in favor by saying aye. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Motion is carried. Next, we have the recommendation to approve elementary transfer request for the 2021
You jumping
school
again?
year.
We have one ahead of that, Ginger. Item E, recommendation to approve after-school childcare.
I'm sorry, I keep skipping, and so does my screen. All right, we have also on section E, recommendation to approve an after-school childcare program housed at Ernie Pyle Elementary, similar to the one that is at Van Dyne Elementary and supervised by Kim Milam, effective March 2021. Ernie Pyle or South Vermillion Community School Corporation will not be affiliated with this program. Mr. Chapman, would you like to
Sure.
speak on this?
Members of the board, this has been a desire to have this program over at Ernie Pyle for quite a time now, and the need is definitely there. The program will run similar, as Ginger said, to that at Van Dyne we've had for a number of years now. We ask your approval for the after-school childcare program at Ernie Pyle this evening.
Dave, I don't know if you
Chapman.
know the answer to this.
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, Bonnie.
Sorry. It's $30. Is that $30 per child, per family, and per week? Or do you know what the cost is?
I believe it's 30 per child per week.
Okay.
And that goes to the cost of all the materials and all the fun stuff that goes along with the after school program.
And so is Mrs. Milam paid out of that fund?
Yes,
too?
yes, she's not paid through the school corporation or anything, or through Ernie Pyle or anything like that. That money that is put in there for each child goes to her costs and her pay.
Okay. Thank you. I will make that motion for approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Dr. Hawkins and a second by Mrs. Ave. We'll do a roll call vote. Those in favor saying aye. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Now, Recommendation to approve elementary transfer request for the 2021 school year.
Members of the board,
Mr. Chapman.
this transfer request is based on the foster parent's employment status and has been approved by the building level principals. We ask your approval this evening.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. West and a second by Mrs. Hill. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Roll call vote. Mrs. Ave,
Aye.
Mrs. Hill,
Aye.
Dr. Hawkins,
Aye.
Mr. West,
Aye.
and the chair is an aye. Motion carried. Now it's time for our second call to citizens' comments. Mr. Chapman, have you received any, or Jenny received any comment?
None at this time. Just received a message from Jenny that no comments at this time.
All right. Next is our comments from our superintendent.
I've got a couple items real quick for you here this evening. One is very exciting news. Congratulations to Mrs. Maria Sellers for being awarded the Lilly Endowment 2021 Teacher Creativity Fellowship Program. Her Picking with Folks in Winnipeg will include her experience in the Canadian folk and bluegrass culture while visiting a blacksmithing cousin, and create a mobile bluegrass museum to share with the community. These teacher creativity fellowships are pretty impressive that the Lilly Endowment provides for. It's been going on for many, many years, and I've seen a lot of really neat programs that teachers have done throughout the years. And from what I hear from Maria, this is going to be one just right up at the top, and I can't wait for her to experience this so she can come back and present to the board and to our community exactly what her program is going to be about. So we're looking forward to that. Also, for those of you who haven't noticed, it's snowing outside, and we have made the decision to not have in-person instruction tomorrow. We're going to go on our e-learning platform. We've got them messages out to everybody. I have since I did send that out, I've heard from the Sheriff's Department and the County Highway folks that we do have a travel advisory in place through tomorrow, and they're asking for only essential and emergency travel only. So I am directing all staff to stay home, work from home as much as possible. And only those who absolutely need to be in the buildings for essential issues to be out on the road to cover the buildings. I myself, and I've directed our office staff to work from home as well. This is a very serious situation for us. We haven't had a snow like this in many, many years. And we want to make sure that that everybody stays safe, and we'll get through this. And from what I understand, we have another system that may be showing up late Wednesday as well. So we just need to be prepared. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Ginger.
All right. Board members, we'll start with your comments. Mrs. Ave.
Yeah, I'd just like to maybe do a hooray about the after-school programs that elementaries support are just a wonderful thing. And I just am really pleased to see them happening at our two elementaries. So I'm a strong supporter of them. I think it's been a saving grace for a lot of families. I don't know anything about the cost when I've been involved with other programs. I mean, I don't know how that $30 compares. I would wonder if there's any kind of work done where we could get scholarships, because I bet you there are families out there who could really use it who might not be able to afford that. So wondering if there's any opportunity to kids that we really know need it, if there's an opportunity for scholarships or something that would support that.
We can look into that. That's not a problem.
Thank you, Mrs. Avi. Dr. Hawkins.
Oh, I just want to know Mr. Chapman's remark from Mrs. Sellers. I know those grants are coveted. They're very difficult to get. You have to be very creative to get them. So Mrs. Sellers did a wonderful job sharing that. And the snow, I just, what are you going to say? I haven't seen this much snow for a while. So hope everyone stays safe, and this too shall pass.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Mrs. Hill.
I don't really have anything to add. I also agree with Bonnie's remarks on the after-school program. I know that's something they've been working on for quite a while, so glad to see that come to fruition. Enjoy the snow. Hopefully we can get a snow day in.
Thank you, Mrs. Hill. Mr. West.
I'd like to throw out a congratulations to Mrs. Sellers. She is definitely a South Vermillion asset, and she goes above and beyond every day. And I'm just so happy that we have her. And everyone, please be safe. I'm looking out my window here, and it doesn't look like it's letting up any. Thank you.
Mr. West. And I'd also like to congratulate Mrs. Sellers, and I'd like to also thank Mr. Chapman and Jenny for helping get this set up. I had some issues with the iPad, with the internet here, and was able to get on. So I appreciate that. And if there are no other comments, I would accept a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
A motion by Dr. Hawkins and second by Bruce.
That'd be me.
Meeting is adjourned.